Namaste.
Namaste, everyone. Welcome to March. Wow, the third month of 2012. It is extraordinary how quickly time is flying, and I'm sure that you're noticing that as we are really in the moment of the time fold, which is what the Maya are talking about and really discussing quite heavily down here about 2012 as the time folding element that is upon us.
You know, there's been so much talk. Lots of talk about 2012. And truly 2012 is a call to awakening. It's a call to remembering. Mm-hmm. It's really a call. Now, have you picked up the phone?
You know, one of the reasons we ask you that is we are in an extraordinarily abundant time. 2012 is a year of abundance. Everything is abundantly manifesting. Everything is around you. And so this month, March, is about really allowing gratitude to burst forth from your heart. Now, for some of you, you might say, gosh, Kira, that's really kind of hard to do because I've got these other things that seem to be pressuring on me right now, or I'm feeling these other experiences. Yet, if we can set the stage in March with gratitude, then the resurrection energy coming forward in April will carry you through the entire rest of the year with an extraordinary, abundant, and affluent experience. And so it's a beautiful month to say thank you.
You know, all the years that have gone before, all of the awakenings, the ahas, the discernments, the efforting, is really coming to fruition in this year. I kind of am reminded of baking bread the traditional way. You know, you got to fold it and fold it and fold it, and now we're letting it rise.
Indeed, it's woo!
And 2012 is the year of abundance in so many ways. Mm-hmm. And if you have been preoccupied with the fears and chaos of density, it's going to get real clear to you where your preoccupations are.
Indeed.
And if your focus has been on your own divine upliftment and the releasing of the attachments to the drama, I believe you're going to find it's going to get easier to lift.
It really can, beloved ones. You know, we're so grateful that we had just finished our Ascended Sanity program, and thank you to all of you. We had hundreds and hundreds of people with us live, and you know, the Ascended Sanity program is now available as its own home study course. It's very, very affordable. If you have not already taken advantage of Ascended Sanity, please do, because the course assists you to lift up. And what a wonderful time, March, to do this course. It's one class per week for 3 weeks, done on a home study basis, to prepare this gratitude, to set the stage. You know, it's one thing to talk about gratitude. It's another to really live it. Shri and I have done, oh my goodness, many, many ceremonies this past month of February. Yes. And we're getting ready to do a series of 3 very powerful gratitude ceremonies beginning Monday, March 5th. That's this coming Monday. And we'll be doing one Monday, March 5th. We'll be doing one on March 25th. And we will have the culminating ceremony on April 14th. And we encourage you again to really pay attention to the gratitude for this life, the gratitude for this moment, the gratitude that you chose to be alive on this planet right now. If you can truly anchor that energy, you will be enlightened with the resurrection energy of April and beyond, and can truly break through in 2012. You know, Shri and I were blessed to be sitting down with the High Oracle of the Maya just, not even a week ago, just a few days ago. Mm-hmm. And we were having extensive conversation. He was just pouring out revelation after revelation about December 2012. And he said the place to be December 2012 is actually at Lake Audetlawn in the presence of the Ascended Masters in the Crystalline City. And that December 21, 2012 is actually a 3-day event. He said it's like the full moon. The full moon isn't just one day. There's the beginning and the completion of that cycle. And so we are going to be doing extraordinary ceremonies, and he is going to actually be living with us at Tosa La Laguna on those 3 days, the 20th, the 21st, and the 22nd of December. This is a very powerful, enlightened moment, not in the way that people want you to believe, in a much greater cosmic connection. And if you feel into your heart right now and notice and want to join us, please secure your space right away. This is a very powerful moment that can only happen once in our lifetime. And I encourage you to consider joining us on December 21, and of course the days around that, as we afford the gift of lifting humanity, of moving through this quantum time, which the Maya talk about, the time fold that is before us. And you know, Sri, speaking about time and where we're at, it might be good to review this time of questioning.
Absolutely, but before we do, I just want to remind everybody that we're at a unique opportunity. You know, the ensoulment that came through last month was an invitation. An invitation to reconnect, review, and respect that which has been given.
Indeed.
And over the last several years, many, many revelations and practices, encouragement, and focal points have been offered. And as we look at this year, 2012, as we're moving to the December 21 date, it's really an opportunity to be complete with this personal cycle and to be open to the new cycle.
Yeah.
How can we be complete if we haven't integrated the work and the gifts that have been given?
Whew, and this is where that gratitude comes in again for the cycle of March. And you know, one of the things we wanted to remind you was, if you've not read all of these 2012 ensoulments, they have been so powerful. Just right here on the website, triandkara.com, just go to Archangelic Messages, click on the 2012 series, and start reading. And really allow yourself to dive deep into these. And we wanted to share that when they talked about entering into this divine communion to be able to ask the divine question, it demands really having anchored a lot of the principles of self-ascension.
Right. Because what they're asking you to do is to anchor your energy in your ascended state and to be asking for the reassurance needed to hold that beingness, as opposed to anchor in your density consciousness and ask questions that will reassure density.
You know, just to read right from the ensoulment, what they say is that you begin by bringing your hand to your heart. And they're talking about the central heart, the heart center. And that you bring your other hand up to that star consciousness area on the head, which means you need to really pay attention to anchoring the heart, anchoring and understanding star consciousness, as was taught in our very first book, Sacred Union, The Journey Home. And then, as you're holding these 2 points, as Sri is right now, connecting to, and we put a picture of it in here, your Divine Galactic Blueprint. And the Divine Galactic Blueprint are the 12 ascended chakras, but then breathing into the Divine Galactic Blueprint, those 12 points, expanding them into the 144 chakras, which is the 12 times 12. Then, after you've done that, you're going to reverse the hands. So the hands that were on the heart go to the star consciousness. The hands that were on the star consciousness. We take a nice deep cleansing breath. And then you feel this pyramid of crystalline energy igniting, swirling around you, through you, with you. You become one with this beautiful crystalline pyramid. And then they continue to say, switch the hands again, and you illuminate the ecstatic Triasa. Now, if you're not familiar with Triasa, please go familiarize yourself with the lost books of the Essene. But the Triasa has this central point right here that forms the foundational pyramid that goes down to the feet. Then from the heart to right about your star consciousness is an inverted pyramid. Then from the star consciousness up to the exploded crown center is the other. And then after that, you switch hands again, and you ignite the Merkaba of the head. So you can see this is very quick ignition of practice, practice, practice. And then feel yourself in divine cosmic connection, for this is the place of the questions. And they're saying to release the top hand and bring it to the heart. And that as you feel the heart as an anchor, you'll feel this divine light energy emanating from the heart, through the throat, all the way up and through the top of the head, anchoring your star consciousness. And they're saying that you begin to notice yourself as like a balloon, like a helium balloon, just lifting, 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 lifting. And they say from this space, the divine questioner arises. And the divine questioner asks the questions that come from intuitive knowing. And that's really important. And they continue to talk about how it took 9 years of preparation to get to this point. And as you can see by all of the beautiful practices that have led to this divine questioner moment that Shri is modeling for you right now, it's the ability to be able to anchor the heart, illuminate the divine galactic blueprint, expand into the 144 chakras, to be able to recognize the divine triasa, ignite the Merkaba of the face, to gift yourself with these beautiful presences. And so if you're not real familiar with all of that, that's the place you want to begin. And during this month of March, during this beautiful month of divine gratitude, would be the perfect month to revisit that. And again, you can, this is just a printout of last month's ensoulment, it's 10 pages. Go to the website and go to Archangelic Messages, it's free. Print these out and start paying attention, beloved ones. We are loved so much that everything we need has been gifted to us. And this is the month to say, thank you. I love you. Thank you. No matter what happens this month, if you can allow yourself the gift of gratitude all months long, you are in for an extraordinarily abundant, beautifully manifest 2012. You know, the Maya say to us, and the High Oracle of the Maya said to us, 2012 is not the year to fear. It is the year to celebrate. It is the year of the divine, manifest, abundant energy. There are years ahead of us that will have greater chaos, but this is the year to harvest. Harvest, harvest, harvest. You have planted your seeds, beloved one. Now is the time. I'm going to have some water, Shri.
Please do. And I want to remind each and every one of you that it's one thing to be in the presence of a teaching. It's another thing to live the teaching. And we were reminded of that truth last time as well. And so I'm offering you the divine reminder. Enough has been given to awaken you. There is enough material. There is more than enough material in these years of beautiful ensoulments that will awaken your ascended consciousness.
You know, Shri, I want to read these 4 sentences because what you're saying is so important. And Shri's referencing last month's ensoulment. And here were the 4 sentences, which are really quite powerful. They say, it is one thing to hear a message. It is quite another to live it. It is one thing to receive a message for free. It is quite another to sustain it in your world through your acts and your actions. The time of your actions is upon you, and the words are simply a gateway to the deeper truth. Thank you for reminding us of that, Shri.
And so, beloved community, let us all take a deep breath into our own heart center. And as you ignite the spaciousness that is your divine portal, breathe with ease. Breathe fully. Breathe in trust.
One of the things that happened last month was, of course, we started receiving divine questions. And some of you may be wondering, well, how's that going to work today? Well, the answer is, we're not sure. This is the very first ensoulment. However, what we have done is we have the questions here, and what we've done to avoid all sense of any form is we just know them as numbers, and each question is numbered, and we have no idea what's going to happen, so we're all in for a moment of surprise, or sorpresa, as they would say down here. And so let's take a moment and just smile. And I'm going to invite you right now, why don't we ignite? Hands, and the reverse, and just ignite, and call up within you right now the greater divine question as we call forward our beloved brethren, and let them take the lead in how this will reveal itself. Take a breath.
With each breath you take, the energy of gratitude and trust expands now. Gratitude and trust. All is well. All is love. Breathe, beloveds.
Hello, beloved, beautiful beings of great crystalline light. Hello, beloved ones. Hello, hello, hello. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the presence of your divine beingness. Thank you for your willingness to express that which has come forward through your heart of divine crystalline enchantment. We offer to you this word, enchantment, because it is a powerful word. In a world where many are disenchanted, where many are feeling that there is no longer hope, where many are indeed losing the sense of all that they have brought forward, it is a great gift when one can anchor the beauty of enchantment. Begin, beloved, by becoming enchanted again with your divine world. Become enchanted with a single leaf, a single flower, a drop of water. Become enchanted with the majesty and the beauty that is contained in a single seed, in a single grain. Perhaps in your kitchen you have a single grain of rice or a single grain of any foodstuff. Put that one grain in your hand and allow all the love of the universe to spring forward from your heart. Take the other hand and place it over the grain. Send all the love that you are, all the love that you have ever been, all the love that is flowing and pouring through you infinitely as you allow it to come forward, and pump it into this single grain. And offer this gift to yourself 3 times. It can be with 3 of the same type of grain. It can be with 3 different grains. But it is once for you, once for your world of form, and once for the eternal universe. For you, for the eternal form, for the universe. For when you offer yourself the power of this gift, of the enchantment, then the seed that is within you will begin to bloom, will begin to grow, and will sprout great flowers. You are at this moment of the sprouting, this moment of blossoming, this moment of heart-centered enchantment. It is your moment to live in the enchanted energy. It is difficult to live in enchantment when the energy field around thee wishes for you to only see disenchantment. To be disenchanted is to deny the flower within, to let go of your own sense of harmony, is to let go of the beauty of this moment now. All is around you. Within a collapse is the in-breath, and within all in-breath is the great exhale, the great out-breath. For one exists with the other. There is not. There is only. There is not. There is only. We offer you this as a vibrational hum of the eternal space of creation, that within the eternal space of creation is the single seed, and to be enchanted, to love, to feel joy, to feel giddy, as they say, with the single seed, is to remember everything. Everything. Your experience of cycles now is at the time of the great questioning. In the time of the great questioning, there are many, many questions. And the questions come forward from the seeking, or the questions come forward from the divine. To ask a question from a seeking energy is one that is disenchanted. To ask a question from the divine illuminated process is one that says, I am enchanted, illuminate me further. Assist my own divine illuminated center to remember greater expansion. Ignite the seed within so that it may blossom and bloom again. To seek or to be. To be is to offer a question that is designed to reignite the seed energy within, the enchantment within. To seek is to ask a question from the space of disenchantment, from the space of frustration, from the space of the chaos. Yet the two together form both sides, do they not? And the one side has been an active principle for a very long time. And now the other side is gently waving as if a flower, gently, gently bobbing on top of the water. A beautiful luminescent flower that says, I am whole, as you are whole, and I sprang from a single seed that has taken form and has germinated and grown and allowed itself now to be available for the greater reunion. Within your hearts are many questions, yet from the space of the divinely illuminated one comes the questions of divine seeking that is not part of a search. It is part of a solution, a remembrance, a reunion. Take a breath. We are aware that a list has been prepared for us. We smile at the concept of a list, and we smile at the preparation. For all hearts are prepared, all energy is ready, and yet within a list can be a stagnation, and yet within the list can be illumination, and yet within a list can be a single seed. Take a breath, beloved ones, again. And as you breathe, find within thee the single seed that is calling to ignite now. Invite into thyself the divine recognition of that seed, that witness, that one piece of divine light, the spark that ignites all. Take a breath again. And notice how you feel. Notice how you feel. We shall begin with the question, Sri Lanka, that you call number 4.
I am a licensed massage therapist. I blend many of the teachings I have learned from TOSA over the years into my sessions through my energy work. On this planet are many styles of energy healing. Is one really more powerful than another? Each having guidelines about hand placements and intent. Some believing we can direct energy, and some believing we are just the channel for divine flow to flow through, and the energy will go where it is needed. Is the Avesa healing the most important one to practice? I have to be honest. I don't practice the Avesa healing often on clients. I feel very called to place my hands on them and work differently. I don't feel attached to any one style or rules for energy work. I go into each session asking to be a conduit of divine love and healing for my client, and that all will be of the highest service. Is this naive or unsafe, or is it just what I have known in other existences, and thus I feel comfortable with it? During healing sessions, some healers that see auras and colors, and others hear guidance, and some just feel their hands guided to be where they are and what intention to put forth. Sometimes I wonder why I don't see colors or auras. Does the way we each manifest energy healing have to do with where our soul originates from?
This is many questions, and it is one question. This question is a powerful question because in the moment of the germination of the divine seed of all light that has ever been is the moment of reunified healing. There is a seed of energy Ave Sa is a seed of energy. It is the infinite seed that expresses and expands infinitely. Within all energetic healing, there are those who heal through the sense of divine illumination, and there are those who offer energy through an egoic filter of divine experience. And all experience heals. However, the question is, where and at what level does it heal? These questions, the series of questions that we offer to be responded to during this year of great questioning, are designed to be able to anchor within thee a greater sense of trust of the wisdom within. And your question, this question, is saying that in all of its aspects. This question would have, as we would offer to you, many parts. Yet every part is asking the same single question. How do I know to trust myself? How do I trust what I am doing? Is what I am doing of the highest? Because the intention to serve the highest is certainly clear. This is the benchmark for all expression of crystalline light in form. The recognition to ask the question, is this of the highest? And yet to even ask of the highest is to imply a lowest. To release a sense of a need to ask is not to release the responsibility to know. This is a very different aspect of moving into the realm of divine trust. A miracle is the moment when divine trust meets divine trust. The divine trust within the sense of form, meeting the divine trust of the illuminated presence, allows the seed of the miracle to birth again. Within the essence of what your world has come to call healing, there are great, let us offer you the word agreements, for each being to find the being that will offer them the next step to their own trusted recognition. Ave Sa anchors great trust. And there are other expressions of energy that offer great trust. There are as many ways to experience as there are beings. One may have an experience that is, I went to a healer, and this healer did things, and when I left, I felt not so good. There was a healing. There was a healing. The healing was the opportunity to trust thyself, to recognize this is a moment to break through. Did the healer do anything that was not of the highest? Absolutely not. For in the sense of the greater expansion of all divine beings of light, there is the need, the recognition, the understanding that all experience heals. All experience heals. Then there may be the experience of, I see a healer, and I have a powerful miracle. The divine trust has met the divine trust, thereby opening up the internal seed for the light of the miracle to replace that which was distrust, to offer enchantment, to enchant with, to be in the enchanted state of divine illuminated energy is offered in many ways. It is offered in ways that are well beyond a context of the human mind that seeks to see a certain arena for healing. Your world is in a constant state of offering healing. Constantly healing. All expressions of light are healing. All expressions of dark are healing. The dark and the light, the yin and the yang, together are healing, are bringing forth great expressions now. Feel this energy that we offer to you between our hands. Notice what is building between our hands now. Hear the harmony in your own heart. And if we were to call for each to begin singing the harmony we are offering, it would be a chorus of harmonies, each with their own essential tone. Feel the harmony in the collections of the energy that are now available in your world. All is lifting into greater healing harmony. All is pulsing the wave of healing, balancing the energy, balancing the energy, balancing the energy, entering into the limitless eternal Sa. The breath of the Sa, the in-breath of the Ave, the exhale of the Sa, sends this eternal limitless energy as a radiant light, a single seed of divine enchantment. Take a breath. Notice the energy in your fingers now. Notice the divine illuminated trust that is building within thee. Divine trust comes from the recognition that there is only healing in all interaction. Whatever experience you offer, or whatever experience is offered to you, through the enchanted illumination of your divine DNA, there is always a healing. Feel the fingers. Feel the radiant energy. You may feel as if there are electrical pulses coming through the tips of your fingers now. It is okay if you feel this. It is okay if you are not sure. Simply allow yourself to send a heartbeat pulse wave of trust from your heart, through your shoulders, through your arms, up the fingertips now. And then offer to yourself a healing by turning those fingers toward the self and just offer the healing. Within the healing and within the context of this moment, what would be the divine question that you would wish to know? For we have offered to thee another way to enter into the space of the divine question, through the utilization of the Ave Sa, the harmony of the universe, the complex sea of divine yantra, the recognition that all is healing. Be enchanted, beloved ones. Be enchanted. For through your enchantment in the single seed, times 3, is the gift of the universe to you. And it is infinite, and it is wisdom-filled. There is no need for another question, for this one has left you with much to integrate. We invite your divine questions. We will respond to your divine questions. May you know that all is healing and all is whole. May the divine enchantment float with you, through you, and as you. May you allow this gift of healing to anchor and float and be, and carry you ever higher, ever more present. Notice the energy at the top of thy head now. Notice the top of the illuminated crown, and offer to yourself now divine trust, meeting divine trust, igniting your miracle expression. You have waited for this moment, and you are now claiming it. And so it is.
Namaste. We look forward to being with you again next month.